Welcome back, you beautiful fucked. It's me, Danny, and I am full of Raising Cane's right now. So, pretty miserable. Just kidding. It was very good. But you know how you feel after you eat all that food. If you don't have a Raising Cane's by you, I'm sorry for your loss. But it's really good. But it's definitely one of those foods after you eat where you have to just sit there and think, like, wow, I don't have much time left. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay. I don't know why I had to get that out. We're looking at Godzilla 2021. Yes, these are 2021. These are the Godzillas from Godzilla vs. Kong, the hit MonsterVerse movie that got rid of COVID. So, these are the first batch of Playmates MonsterVerse figures. Don't be confused with the Toho series that they did that is no longer around. This is their first of their own MonsterVerse line that we still have today, and is still going pretty strong, if you ask me. And I'm sure they're still selling well, especially according to Amazon. But this right here is the Godzilla. I think this is like a heat ray version or normal version, whatever. It's a very nice figure. So these always range for about $10, and they always have that battle damage on that or on them. All my figures have the battle or the damage covered up. I don't really like the whole battle damage effect. If you're into it, it's cool. I feel it's more of a childish kind of thing. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean more for children to play with. They want to get very gory. Right here is the other Godzilla that came out, I believe, in the same wave. Maybe, maybe not. This Godzilla is, obviously you can tell, does not have the translucent fins, and it came with a radio tower. That's one of the things I like about Playmates MonsterVerse line. They typically have pretty nice accessories. And, again, I don't understand why this one is all blue like that, or it's lighter blue. Maybe there was a reason, I forget. He was kind of glowing blue in the movie, but not like this. So I think they just wanted a repaint of Godzilla, and it still looks pretty good, so I do like it. And I like the radio tower that it came with, too. I didn't bring it, though, for the show-off, or the video here. I just wanted to show off the figures, at least, because that's the most important part. I'm sure most of you guys have these, though. Like, unless you were born yesterday or something, or a year ago, maybe you don't have these. But I remember these were just a pain in the ass to find for a minute. They became easier, but that was the googly eyes Playmate signature. I just remember when these came out, there was the pandemic and people were scalping the hell out of these. Luckily, they became easier to find. Even the GXK line has been easier. You just have to wait for it to appear in your store, but once it's there, it's there. But these were a pain in the ass at times. Here we have, this one's technically a little bit a more recent battle pack. Well, maybe, I don't know if I'd say more recent, but I think I did a video on this. This is the City Destruction battle pack, the first battle pack from Playmates from Godzilla vs. Kong that came with the cardboard buildings, and I love that battle pack. You might still be able to find it at Targets. I know you can find the Hollow Earth one in some places still, but this one's pretty cool. I do like this battle pack. I like the design, the paint. It's not too much, just a bit of orange and gray. And they use the translucent Godzilla figure again on here. And I show it off here because I actually didn't notice this for some reason. I knew it was the same mold for all the Godzilla figures, obviously, but I didn't realize, like, oh, wait, this one has a translucent. It's like its own mold with the translucent fins. They reused it. And I'm going to show here in a second that they reused the light blue mold as well. But yeah, get him out of here. And here's the light blue mold. Obviously, again, it's all the same mold across the board. Just one has translucent fins. But the light blue was used again for this Godzilla, which is the Hollow Earth Battle Pack, which is the one I believe some Targets still have. And I don't know why I brought the other Godzilla pack. Oh, we're doing a side-by-side. You gotta get the heat ray out of there. It's another thing I like about Playmates. For $10, you get the heat ray accessory. Meanwhile, SH Monsters, what are you doing? $1,000 and you get nothing. You're lucky to get the box it ships in. But yeah, here's the just vanished. Wow, that was crazy. Kind of spooky. But this Godzilla, I actually really... I'm losing my voice. Oh my god. Where's my Diet Coke? Hang on. Take a deep breath. Let's get some oxygen in my lungs. Let me just lower my chair. I guess it's not going to lower. There we go. Jesus. You couldn't see that. My chair didn't lower. I really like this Godzilla too. I like the greens and the blues and the teals. It's a very nice design. So, one of my favorites. So, there they all are lined up. Side note, I do have the Hong Kong Battle Godzilla. I just gave it to a friend of mine. So, he actually has it. I was not a big fan of the Hong Kong design. I see it in the Kong one too. I never picked it up. Just not my thing. The other ones I did like, though. And this is the Five Below Playmates Godzilla. These also came out like a while after the movie. And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be some other Five Below Godzilla X Kong figures. And I have not seen them. So maybe they'll come out, months after the movie also. But these are pretty cool. They had one for Kong too. I don't know if I ever showed it. I might have. But here's the Godzilla. It's pretty nice. And, oh, Jesus. Here it is. Okay. So, Playmates introduced the whole Battle Roar line in their GVK line. And I remember just Walmart's, in my area at least, where the clearance section was just clogged with this figure. And I finally picked it up for probably like $10 also, maybe even less than that. And it's like, I have my issues with it. Some parts are pretty cool. I like the tail design, how it's curled. That's it. I like the Battle Roar effect. The detail and the paint's on par with Playmates for the price you get. Although their newer line is better. But the dorsal plates are just so dull for some reason on this one compared to the other Godzilla figures they did. And the stance, like holding it up, okay, he looks like he's swimming. But when you stand up on the shelf, sure, it's kind of cool. It's like a little mini statue. He's looking up and he can roar. But I think I mentioned on this channel, I'm not a big fan of like super like figures that are just already in pretty crazy poses. Well, I wouldn't say it's crazy, but you know what I mean, where it's already like in a stuck pose. And this is definitely one of those. And I think that's why you got... I completely forgot I had the audio on for this section. Isn't that cool? So the sound effects it makes are pretty cool, but I'm just not a big fan of those kind of poses. So it's a nice display piece. That's about it. It's not a terrible figure. Like what you like, okay? If you like the figure, that's fine. That's just my opinion. Anyway, then we have this guy right here, and I think we're wrapping it up. This is the Hiya Godzilla 2019, and they reissued this figure with a new neck joint, and I didn't pick it up because I already have it. I don't really need it. But now having like other Godzillas from Hiya with the newer neck joint, the 2019 and the new Heat Ray one, it's just I can. Looking at the old neck joint here, it's just like, ugh, that was a mess, But it is what it is. And I think I do plan to pick up the 2024 Godzilla that they did. Because I heard it's like probably their best Godzilla yet. So if I can get my hands on it, I will. And we'll see. Because, it's still a solid figure, like the paint and the details and all that. But God, that neck joint. It definitely aged on me. Even the mouth. I think they updated the mouth on the newer figures too, where you can't really see the pin where it can pivot. But regardless, there it is. Yeah. And I swear I remember there was a way you could kind of situate it so it looks a little bit better, but I kind of forget here. But, oh, God. Yeah, that. I'm glad they redid it. So maybe I should pick up another one of the newer versions. Just to, I'm happy to have this. I can say I have the original neck, but I could definitely see why some people were like, "Nope, we're gonna get the newer one. Forget this." But again, aside from that, this is still a solid figure. I lost my train of speech, my train of thought, my words, my dictionary and vocabulary, if you will. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video. These are all the 2019 Godzillas that I have. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Next, we'll be talking about Mechagodzilla, I believe. Or I'm going to do an unboxing. I forget. We'll find out. Anyway, that is all. I hope you all take care. And I'll see you all next time.